sin. Women were weak, women were sinful, which was why God had placed men to watch over them and to correct them when they erred. The porter in his lodge took no notice of him. A cobbled path led up to the south side of the Strand. The traffic roared and clattered along the roadway. He looked towards Charing Cross, thinking that the shops of the New Exchange would have drawn her like a moth to a blaze of candles. No sign of her. Could he have lost her already? He looked the other way, and there she was, walking towards the ruins of the city. He waved his stick. "Rachel!" he cried. "Come here!" The racket and clatter of the Strand drowned his words. He followed her, the stiffness dropping from his limbs, his legs gathering strength and momentum with the exercise. On and on she walked, past Somerset House and Arundel House, past St. Clement's, and under Temple Bar into Fleet Street and the liberties of the city. He kept his eyes fixed on the cloak, and the rhythm of his walking lulled his mind until he almost forgot why he was here. By the Temple, Rachel hesitated, turning towards the roadway with its sluggish currents of vehicles and animals. She looked down at the paper in her hand. A painted coach lumbered to a halt on the opposite side of the road. At that moment, a brewer's dray, coming from the other direction and laden with barrels, drew up beside it. Between them, they blocked the street. Rachel slipped among the traffic and threaded her way across the street. The brewer's men were unloading the dray outside the Devil Tavern. A barrel broke free and crashed into the roadway. The impact shattered the staves on one side. Beer spurted into the street. Two beggars ran whooping towards the growing puddle. They crouched and lapped like dogs. The traffic came to a complete halt, jammed solid by its own weight pressing from either side. A sign, he thought. A sign from God. He has parted this river of traffic for me just as it had pleased him to part the Red Sea before Moses and the chosen people. He walked across the street, his eyes fixed on Rachel's cloak. She turned to the left in the shadow of the square tower of St. Dunstan in the west. Why was she leading him such a merry dance? Suspicion writhed within him. Had the serpent tempted her? Had she succumbed to the devil's wiles? An alley ran past the west side of the church to a line of iron railings with a gateway in the middle. Beside it, a porter's lodge guarded the entrance to a cramped court. Men were milling around the doorway of a stone-faced building with high, pointed windows. Rachel was there too. Looking once again at the paper in her hand, she passed through the doorway. He followed, but the crowd held him back. "By your leave, sirs, by your leave," he cried. "Pray, sirs, by your leave." "Hush, moderate your voice," hissed a plump clerk dressed in black. "Stand back, the judges are coming through." He stared stupidly at the clerk. "The judges?" "The fire court, of course. The judges are sitting this afternoon." 3 gentlemen came in procession, attended by their clerks and servants. They were conducted through the archway. He pressed after them. The doorway led to a passage. At the other end of it, a second doorway gave onto a larger courtyard, irregular in shape. Beyond it was a garden, a green square among the soot-stained buildings. Was that Rachel over there by the garden? He called her name. His voice was thin and reedy as it was in dreams. She did not hear him, though 2 men in black gowns stared curiously at him. How dared she ignore him? What was this place full of men? Why had she not told him she was coming here? Surely, please God, she did not intend to betray him. On the first floor of the building to the right of the garden, a tall man stood at one of the nearer windows, looking down on the court below. The panes of glass reduced him to little more than a shadow. Rachel turned into a doorway at the nearer end of a building to the right of the garden, next to a fire-damaged ruin. His breath heaved in his chest. He had the strangest feeling that the man had seen Rachel and perhaps himself as well. The man had gone. This was Rachel's lover. He had been watching for her, and now she was come. His own duty was plain. He crossed the court to the doorway. The door was ajar. On the wall to one side, sheltered by the overhang of the porch, was a painted board.